For decades, it was a war fought in the shadows. Saboteurs instead of soldiers, hackers instead of tanks, and silence. Deadly strategic silence was often the loudest weapon in the room. But in 2025, the silence shattered. Israel and Iran are now at war, openly, relentlessly, and the world is watching the Middle East tilt toward a flashpoint it may not come back from. To understand how we got here, you have to go back, way back. 1979, the Iranian Revolution. Overnight, Tehran transforms from a Western-aligned monarchy to a theocratic state with one clear goal: the destruction of Israel. The Islamic Republic arms Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and a growing web of militant proxies from Iraq to Yemen, each as a blade aimed at Israel's throat. In return, Israel wages its own war. Quietly, Iranian scientists die in car bombings. Nuclear sites mysteriously explode. Syria becomes a playground for Israeli air power, striking Iran's shipments before they ever reach Hezbollah's hands. It wasn't peace, but it was balance. Then came the breaking point. On October 7, 2023, Hamas launched the deadliest attack on Israeli soil in decades. Israel struck back with force, but behind the front lines, evidence emerged. Training, funding, and weapons. All roads led back to Tehran. For Israeli intelligence, it was no longer just a proxy war. It was personal. It was existential. And something big was coming. Fast forward to June 2025. Israeli fighter jets roar across the skies. But this time, they don't stop at Syria. They go deep into Iran, hitting Natanz, Isfahan, and secret bunkers thought to house parts of Iran's nuclear program. Iran calls it a declaration of war. Israel calls it a preventive measure. The world calls it what it is: the opening salvo of direct military conflict between two of the most dangerous adversaries in modern history. Iran fires back within hours. Drones and Shahab missiles rain down on Tel Aviv and Haifa. Iron Dome, Arrow, and David Sling light up like a fireworks show, but a deadly one. Civilian neighborhoods are rocked, oil refineries burned, casualties mount. The war is no longer silent. Strangely, one thing hasn't happened yet. Hezbollah is quiet, Iraqi militias are still. Even the Houthis, usually loud and erratic, are restrained. Why? Most analysts agree. These proxies were gutted in 2024 by Israeli and US strikes. Iran's web of chaos is still there, but it's wounded. And that makes this war uniquely bilateral. Israel says it's targeting nuclear infrastructure, but behind closed doors a deeper goal is whispered: dismantling the Iranian regime's military-industrial machine, or maybe the regime itself. The strike in Tehran wasn't just tactical, it was symbolic. No one touches a capital unless they want to send a message. But Iran isn't blinking. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has ordered the Revolutionary Guards to prepare for a prolonged campaign. New missile stockpiles are being deployed in the Zagros Mountains. The nuclear program, at least what's left, is being hardened even further, possibly dispersed. And then came the diplomatic collapse. Peace talks in Oman, what many hoped would be the backdoor to de-escalation, were abruptly cancelled. Iran's negotiators walked out, and the message was clear: talk time is over. This war doesn't stay in the Middle East. Oil markets are rattled. Europe braces for energy shockwaves. US bases in Iraq and the Gulf are on high alert, fearing Iranian retaliation. And Arab powers like Saudi Arabia, publicly neutral, are privately panicking. Diplomats call for calm, but weapons, not words, are now in command. Both sides say they don't want full-scale war, but the missiles keep flying. Each strike raises the stakes. Each retaliation makes diplomacy harder. And with so many flashpoints, Gaza, Lebanon, the Gulf, even cyber warfare, this fire could still spread. Make no mistake, the next week could determine the next decade.